Ooh, how embarrassing. You've had embarrassing moments, Brad, haven't you?
Oh, good Lord. If I had a nickel for every embarrassing moment I've been through, I'd have a lot of nickels.
Or yeah, I'd have a couple of sacks of nickels. Hmm. But it happens to all of us.
Uh-huh. We all have those moments where you split your pants, you know, you got a hair hanging off your nose, you
Yep. You trusted a fart.
after 40. Never do that, Tom. Never, never,
Oh
never.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
hmm So I guess
You know,
that's what we'll talk about today on the show, embarrassing moments. I mean,
right?
human beings, we're probably, I say this a lot, we're probably more alike than we are different. I mean, I
Oh,
celebrate all of our differences and I love those differences.
uh-huh.
It makes things really interesting and beautiful, but there's a
Right,
whole lot of similarities, and one of them is that we get embarrassed. We have
right,
embarrassing moments. We have
right,
moments where we just want to crawl into a hole and never come back out again.
all right. Some are worse than others.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think back because, we try to erase these really embarrassing moments from our head, right? We don't want to
Mhm.
remember those. I'm really, as a therapist, Tom, you and I have both skilled at control alt delete. Like, I got to get this stuff out of my head, right? There's a lot of people tell us heavy traumas that I just don't want to remember, right? So I control alt delete all that stuff all the time, and I'm very good at it, and I can forget stuff that I don't want to remember. And those embarrassing moments are certainly some
Mhm.
of them. But do you remember those really embarrassing moments where, like, well, I can't come back to this place?
Yeah, right. I can never come and step foot in this restaurant or this place again. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I just think of Bad Grandpa, right? When they're in the restaurant in the corner booth. Grandpa, you sharded.
Yeah, can't come back to this
I
place.
cannot come back. I don't think I'd, yeah. Even if I was an observer, I don't think I'd want to go back to that restaurant. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Well, man.
embarrassing moments, they do happen to all of us.
Yeah.
And, I really look at people and how they respond to their embarrassing moments because it tells them a lot about themselves, their character, their whatever, right?
Mhm.
Some people just get so mortified that they're embarrassed, they cry, they get angry, and,
Right.
they
Yeah.
do all that. And I think it goes along with your self concept, but I think there's a scale too. I mean, some really embarrassing moments are hard for everybody, but
Yeah.
for most embarrassing moments, it's really about, your self concept. How good do I feel about myself in general? How
Mhm.
strong is my ego intact? How good am I? How well am I put together that I can overcome these things, these moments in time?
Right. Well, because everybody has experienced embarrassing moments,
Mhm.
when you have an embarrassing moment that happens to you and others are privy to it and observing it, they feel almost as cringy as you do because they know what it feels like to be embarrassed and
Right.
they're not, like they're not judging you in the same way you think that they are. So they're
Mhm.
most people I've found uh, are super like nice about it. I don't know if that's the way that I want to describe it, but understanding,
Mhm.
patient,
Yeah.
or helpful, because
Right.
they don't want an embarrassing moment to happen to them, so they
All
feel
right.
crunchy as well.
Dragging the toilet paper on your shoe.
Yep. Oh,
Those are
story.
some.
I had a guy yesterday who every once in a while I sell some things on the Facebook Marketplace, which I mean that could be a whole episode talking about that. That can be a whole whirlwind. Anyway, I had these stretchy workout bands, and
Mhm.
you like mount a thing to the wall, and you attach them, and you have handles on them, and you can stretch them, and they're something that I bought on Amazon. They were relatively inexpensive, but I bought them years ago and used them once, and like They went
Right.
into a box, sat in the garage for a couple of years. And so every once in a while, I'm changing out the garage gym. I'm buying new stuff. I'm selling stuff. I'm, rearranging things. You remember what that was like. And it's fun. You get some new toys and some toys you really like and you keep and use often, and others you use twice and you're like, yeah, well, whatever. So anyway, these are one of the items I had posted on there, and they've been on there for months, and I'd get some hits, and I had them listed cheap, like just come get them, right?
All right.
And and there's been a number of people who have shown some interest and never followed through, ghosted me. Where you located? Here's where I'm at. Here's where we can meet, and then never hear from them again.
Right.
Then you have a ridiculously low price, and they want to pay you $3, and it's like,
Yeah.
they were worth my time. Anyway, so a guy reached out
Cheaper to
and
throw in the
said, "Hey, I'm
garbage.
interested." Hey, where you located? Gave him the office address because usually I just have them come to the
Mhm.
office. And usually I have to kind of schedule because I'm back to back, like I need to schedule,
Right.
hey, if you want to come Thursday at, 9 or something, we can do that. So I gave him the address and the guy shows up, right? Like, which suite are you in? Text me, which suite are you in through the Facebook. Suite are you in? I'm here. I'm like, here? Like, we never, we never settled on a time. So, I mean, I guess I just assumed, and that becomes dangerous, assuming. And so I got through that and said, all right, well, here's where I'm at. And I got him. Luckily, I had him with me in my truck because somebody else was going to come look at him and they never came. And so I had him in my truck because usually I just have him in the garage at home. Anyway, I'm
Mhm.
talking too much. So he finally meets. I'm in a flannel shirt, Hey, I'm in a red pickup truck. All right, hey, I'm over here. Comes over here, opens them up, and they're brand new because I used them once, except they've been in the garage for like, 4 years and pull him out and he's like looking at them and he's like, oh, these look pretty good, and I was like, cool. And he like started stretching them, and like there's about a dozen of them. They were sets, sets of like six from light to heavy, and half of them break.
Oh. Dry rot.
As
Oh,
he's like
geez.
shredding them, yeah, they were just dry rot sitting in the garage.
Right.
I was like,
Not
all right,
mine.
well,
Sorry about that.
thanks for coming out, man.
Can
And
I
he's
offer
okay. I mean, like he's all right
can I
about it.
offer you some therapy while you're here?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he came from like,
Right.
50 miles away or anything to see
Mm.
these, but he's right
Wow.
around the corner. But it was just like that crunchy, embarrassing moment, like,
Yeah.
ah,
Can I offer you a beverage?
yeah. Like
Oh,
some
that's
water?
funny.
How about
Yeah.
some liquid death?
Right. He's like, I think I'm just gonna go now. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna go.
That's funny.
Gonna go
Yeah.
salvage my day.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we've all had the zipper down. We've all had those,
Oh yeah.
you got something hanging out your nose kind of thing. You got
Yeah.
spinach in your teeth.
Yep. Every time I wear khakis. What is it about khakis and guys, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Huh. So, when I think of, people's reactions to embarrassing moments, I always, because, we like to say we don't do this, but, we're making assumptions when we see people out in public, right? And
Hmm.
you and I have a keener sense of developmental stages and all those kinds of things. So when I see somebody that has a real bad reaction to being embarrassed, you know, I think of validation. And we talked, I think, about this not so long ago. When we're younger, we seek validation from our caretakers, our parents, grandparents, whomever. We want to be a good boy or a good girl and,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Then we break away from our families in middle school and high school, and we want to get validated by our friends, right? It's a step away from our parents and caretakers, and it's into what we know. That's who our world is our peer group. So we seek validation from them. And then hopefully, as we become adults, we break away from seeking peer validation. We want to do that internal validation, right? I want to please myself. I'm all about, it's great that I get validation from my caretakers. It's great that I get validation from my peer group, but I'm really interested in getting validation from myself. I want to know that I do a good job, that I'm proud of myself, those kinds of things.
That's
When people,
healthy developmentally, like
yeah,
sound. Like that's what happens.
exactly.
That doesn't always happen though.
Right. And you can see that in embarrassing moments. When
Yeah.
people have extreme reactions to being embarrassed, they are still maybe in that seeking validation from my peer group stage,
Right.
right? Because they care more about what other people think about them than how they think about themselves.
Hmm.
If you're solid in your ego and you're intact, whatever. And yeah, that was an embarrassing moment, but whatever. I'm a put together person and I'll get through it. And boy,
Right.
I'm just not going to come back to this coffee shop for a while, kind of thing, and move
Yeah.
about your day.
That's it.
But yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what I think about.
It's very telling, though, when you see their reaction to it. I know that it is helpful to talk about it with a trusted friend or your therapist.
Mhm.
If you have an embarrassing moment, don't let it just kind of sit around, bouncing around in your head. If you immediately, if you can, or within the same day, talk about and laugh about it with somebody. And, usually they'll share an embarrassing moment with you that happened, a while back, and you don't feel so bad about it. But it's managing your expectations because we're not perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And excuse me. Pardon me. Um, that's kind of the magic of what you and I do for a living, Tom, is we allow people, we give them a safe space area to let things out of their head, right? When you have these thoughts and these memories and these things that just live in your head, they
Mhm.
just bounce around in there. And people ruminate on them. They can cause you stress and strife and anxiety and all that stuff. But once you get it out of your head, it lives in the universe and it's real, and you can talk about it and you can analyze it and you can put it to rest. It's not in my head anymore. It's out there. So when people say I just needed to get this off my chest, that's exactly what they mean. I need to get it out of my head. It can't live
Yeah.
in my head. I got to get it out.
Yeah.
Back in the day before our profession, it used to be that's what the priest did. That's why you went to confession,
Right. Yeah.
to get it out of your head. And then now it's what we do. So
Right.
are we priests, Tom? Is that what we've evolved to? Is that what we've evolved from?
No, no, I wouldn't say
Nah. People
say
do
that.
people do tell us their deepest, darkest secrets though. A
They
lot of
do.
times a lot of times I wish we were in a confessional. I didn't have to look them in the face sometimes.
Well, I mean, wouldn't that be easier for us to just say, all you got to do is say five Hail Marys and
Right.
repent, and then that's
Right.
it. You're absolved. And instead of us trying to figure out, okay, what interventions, a little CBT, EMDR,
Right.
treatment goals.
uh Right.
Mhm. I would love to just
Yeah, no kidding.
out of pot and fail and Espíritu Santo.
Uh-huh.
Done.
Right. I want to talk through a dusty screen.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So talking about it is really, really helpful if you can
Mhm.
find somebody that can hold that space with care, not judgment.
Right.
That's golden.
Yeah.
And
And
if you need to
that's
get a therapist in order to do that, that's what they do.
right.
That's what we do.
It's funny. I mean, that's what your best friend's about. The best friend is who you call and say, "You are not going to believe what happened to me today."
Yeah.
And they're going to laugh at you and they're going to say, "You're such an idiot." And I can't believe you. Right. That's what your best friend does. So, um, I think of some different phrases of, your best friend is not the person you talk about. The time you went to jail, it's the guy that was sitting next to you when you were in jail.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Mhm.
Something like that. Or the other, what was that movie quote? I need your help. I can't tell you anything about it. We're going to have to hurt some people.
Who's driving?
Whose car we taking?
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Right. And this it takes us in a little bit different direction, but when I work with younger people, 18 to even 30, 25, 30, they don't have the concept of a best friend like we used to have.
Mhm.
That is strikingly lacking in our younger generation, is they've never a lot of them, or many of them, or some of them, or one of them, who, whatever quantity, has never developed that. And that is so important. And I think that that really lends to that whole concept of loneliness and the stuff that comes out of being lonely.
Right. They're spread so thin because they're on social media and they're interacting online with people and they have a whole lot, a whole group, whole communities and people that they reach out to and gamers that they're talking, like,
Right?
but then they're at home by themselves in
Right.
their
I
room.
have 1,000, online friends, but not one person I could call if I really needed something right now.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
so grateful that we had, that best friend growing up that
Oh
we
yeah.
did everything together. We talked about everything. We shared
Yeah.
things. We saw each other grow. We saw each other fail. We saw each
Right.
other succeed, as you're
Yeah.
growing up. And I value that very
Right.
highly. And I'd love to encourage younger people to get back to that. How many friends do you really need? I think you only
Hmm.
need one, maybe, a handful, but
Right.
one good friend that you guys do things together, you share the world, experience things.
It's that person that you might not talk to for 6 months, but you pick up the phone after 6 months and you are right back in it. It's like you never missed a beat,
Right?
you know? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, that leads me, and I direct a lot of people to watch this, and I tell them to Google Tyler Perry or Medea's view on friends or people in relation to a tree. Just type in something like that in Google and watch
Yeah.
that YouTube video. And I'll say it, the abridged version, but it's not. You really need to watch Tyler Perry do it. But he said, people in your life, all the people in your life will fit into one of three categories, and it's parts of a tree. You're gonna, there's leaves, right? And leaves are most people you're gonna meet in your lifetime. They're there for a season, they blow around, but at the end of the season, they're just gone. They're in your life temporarily, right?
Yeah.
They're leaves. And that's who they are. And that's who most people, the vast majority of the people that you'll meet in your lifetime are going to be leaves. And then there's branches. And the branches are the people that you really have to watch out for because these are the people that when you have to, you reach out and you lean on them, but branches break, right? And these are the people you really count on and they let you down, right?
Hmm.
But you can't be mad at branches. That's who they are. That's who they were made to be. They're only there for a while and they can only take so much, right?
Right.
So much weight.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then there's roots, right? And Tyler Perry said if you have two or three roots in your lifetime, you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
And the roots are the people that are going to be there for you no matter what, right?
Hmm.
No matter how much you lean on them, no matter what the problem is, they're always going to be there for you.
Yeah.
And, don't be mad at branches because that's who they are. That's who they were made to be. And
Mhm.
and you wanted them to be your root and you thought they were your root, but they're just a branch. So don't
Mhm.
be mad. That's who they are.
Mhm. That is fascinating. I'd love to watch that. Thanks for sharing that. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. I love that analogy. I share it with a lot of people. It makes complete sense to me. Um, People find it helpful. And the problem comes in is I can't believe so and so let me down. I can't believe, that they weren't there for me when I needed them. And I'm like, so you're mad at them for being a branch? And they're
They
like,
were a
what?
branch.
What? They're like, first of all, go watch this and then think about it. They're a
Yeah.
branch. Why are you mad at a branch? That's who they are.
Mhm.
Just because you wanted them to be a root and you thought they were a root, they're just not.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you again for sharing that. I'm gonna dive into that and I'm going to share that because I think there are many people in my practice that need to hear that.
Yeah.
And I'll
Definitely.
probably just send them the link
Yeah. There you go.
for a while.
Yeah. And
Uh,
it starts with he says, when people want to walk out of your life, let them go.
mhm.
Why are you trying to stop people from walking out of your life? And that
Yeah,
bleeds into my favorite quote of all time, Maya Angelou. When people tell you who they are, believe them.
believe them. Hey, why don't you make like a tree and leaf?
But
McFly.
all right. Mm.
So
Speaking of, do I have any boogers?
no, 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 no. I think I might have a big zit on my nose or forehead or
Uh,
something like that. But I'm over it at this point. And then I go out in town, I'm talking with a bunch of people, and I have people in the office, and everything is good, and I feel really good about my interactions. And then, you go in the mirror and you got a giant zit on your nose, and I'm like, I've had that the whole time. Oh man.
and nobody said a word.
Nobody said a word, right?
Talk about movie quotes. I mean, we live our lifetime in movie quotes. Here's a quarter. Why don't you take the subway downtown and have a rat chew that thing off your face?
Yeah.
We know, you know what movie that was?
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny. Great
We've got
movie.
some good movies coming up for the holidays. We're
Oh
recording
yeah.
this. It's November, what, 21st, something like that. Coming up on Thanksgiving and then Christmas time. So there's always some good shows and movies. Some of them are ones that we watch again and again and again, and I really look forward to it. So I'm curious if you guys have some movies or shows or whatnot that you really love watching around these times. I'd love for you to share them with us.
My Christmas show that I watch over and over and over again is Elf, of course.
Yeah.
You're looking very purpley today, Deborah.
Us, us too. Us too. We love watching that movie. And then
Uh-huh.
there was a time when right after Thanksgiving we would watch Elf every day leading up to
Yeah.
Christmas. And you know what? We just watched it again the other night. It was on, and it was one of those
Oh yeah.
movies, when it's on, you can't help but smile watching.
Yeah. You're not Santa. You smell like beef and cheese. You sit on the throne of lies. God, I love that movie.
Santa, I know him. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Again and again and again, we can watch that. So, and there's all the Hallmark and the Lifetime, movies that, just seek to make you feel good, even though life's not quite like that.
Uh,
They still make you feel
and
good.
then there is the proverbial, people get together on Thanksgiving and, you know, people say, oh, don't talk politics at Thanksgiving. It's just going to cause a fight. No, the best question that you can ask that's going to cause a fight on Thanksgiving is you can say, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Right.
And then
Oh.
what are you saying? Of course it's a Christmas movie. It's a proverbial Christmas movie.
Yes, it's
Come out to
Christmas.
the coast. We'll have a few laughs.
hmm It's Christmas. Christmas movie.
Uh,
McLean. So it's okay if you experience an embarrassing moment. Let you know you're a human being. You're not perfect.
right.
And go talk about it with somebody, your best
Uh-huh.
friend, somebody that you cherish, your therapist. Talk about it. Get it out there. Get it out of your head. You know what? People are more uh, understanding than you think they are.
And don't forget the golden rule: never trust a fart after 40.
Right, right. That's the platinum. That's a platinum rule.
I had it sewn into a sampler. It's hanging on my wall.
Yeah, I love that.
No,
hmm
not really,
Yeah,
but
it's true.
yeah.
So what else is doing in your world over there? Anything exciting?
My youngest and his new girlfriend are coming for Thanksgiving. I'm excited to see him, of course, and I'm looking forward to meeting her. So yeah,
Spectacular. Yeah.
nah,
Hope you guys have a great time. Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun for sure.
hmm
My sons and I get together. It always turns into kind of a comedy fest.
Yeah. Good. That's always
Yeah,
enjoyable. Mhm.
yeah, and
I mean,
it's funny because some of the people they've dated over the years, like when they come to meet me, they're like, "Oh man, I'm nervous to meet your dad," and my sons are like, he's exactly like the two of us, the
right.
three of us, my two sons and I. are pretty almost like carbon copies of each other. We have the same humor, we have the same style. We're just very similar.
Right.
And yeah, so they're like, yeah, you don't have to worry about meeting him. It's like meeting another version of me.
Right, right. Well, then when they do finally beat you, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's no big deal.
hmm
So yeah, I got that doing. How about you? What's up with you?
life's really good. We're like I said, we really love the holiday season, the food, the time with family, just the ambiance of things, the decorations, like
Mm,
it's just for us kind of a magical time of year. So we're really looking forward to it. And we look forward to all those movies and shows that we really like. Some we
yeah,
just watch again and again and again, every year. And my wife always loves the movies where, Christmas time movies where somebody gets bonked on the head and they wake
uh,
up in a different life, you know?
uh,
And then
uh,
maybe it's the life they thought they wanted, and then they
uh,
realize that it's really not, and they want to go back to the old one, or they wish that it's the kind of be grateful of what you have,
right,
type of thing. And so we like those movies, and they're all the same, just
yeah,
different
yeah,
actors.
all right, yeah. What does it take that you filthy animal?
Yeah, right. The Home
Home
Alone's
Alone
another
series. Yeah,
another big one. That's really good. Just iconic. Uh,
yeah,
that we watch. It's terrible, but we like Bad Santa.
yeah.
There's something that
That's a,
just tickles us about that about that
yeah,
movie.
that
So
is a good movie.
we watch that. Oh.
Uh-huh. That's funny.
And he really
We
is
did.
Bad Santa.
Oh, what came out last year? I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was like a horror film about Thanksgiving. Like the family gets together for Thanksgiving and a serial killer shows up. Big rich mansion. I
Oh
think it was called
yeah.
Thanksgiving. Anyway, it's good.
We did enjoy that one. Uh,
Yeah. Hmm.
oh gosh, there was that who was one of the main actors in that?
You don't.
Ugh.
The serial killer was
That's what I'm
somebody we
trying.
all know. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Is that
I can picture him. I can't think of his name.
yes, yes, it's right there. Wasn't he
It
in
was
McDreamy from
oh from Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. And it wasn't the guy from Landman. What's his name?
Billy Bob?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Mm.
Somebody like Billy Bob Thornton. I thought I remembered. Anyway,
Yeah. I have to look that up. But anyway,
Google that. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, the holidays are coming. Anything that y'all want us to talk about and prep you for the holiday? Um, questions at therapyunzip.com.
yeah.
If you go to Thanksgiving and the cousins go for a walk around the block to stretch their legs before turkey, just don't ask them questions. Just kind of let them go.
Yeah. Just let him go. Let him be.
Just let them be.
We'd love to hear your embarrassing stories, the
All
time
right.
you crapped your pants in grade school. Tell us about them.
Questions at therapyunzip.com.
Yeah. We'd love to have that as a segment. Here's the embarrassing story of the week.
Yeah, right.
Right, right. Susan from Fort Lauderdale, sends in, and she had a moment where she crapped her pants in grade school. Big shout out to you, Susan. It's all happened to us. You
All right,
survived.
Tom, my pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Same. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
All righty.